Hey guys, welcome back to the next part of Seduce Me to the Demon War. So we're doing part 3 of Sam's part. BAE. Okay, let's see. What was going on with Sam? I don't entirely remember. At last, the wedding day arrived. Oh no. Is this gonna be all the demon stuff? What? Okay, so I go into the car to go to the wedding, and I asked the driver to stop by the cemetery my grandfather was buried at. It had been 2 years since he passed away. My personal visits to his grave have become fewer as time went on, but I never stopped going. Today, though, was an incredibly happy day. I was so full of emotion I couldn't help but visit his gravestone. After all, I was about to marry a demon. I was about to marry the man of my dreams, and I wanted to stop there before going to the wedding venue to talk to my grandfather. I'm pretty sure I looked odd in that cemetery wearing a wedding dress. However, I didn't really mind. I needed to come regardless. I stood by the grave, staring down at it with a smile. I'm getting married today, Grandpa. The wind gently danced around me as if my grandfather ushered it to reply. My smile grew brighter, and I let out a sigh. I couldn't lie. I wanted my grandfather to be at my wedding, but I couldn't go back in time. Even though I was able to, how could I have stopped him from dying? I shook my head. I didn't want to think of that, not on the day of my wedding. I hope you'll be there in spirit, Grandpa. I'm sure you'll... Before I continued my silence, the sky suddenly became dark, causing me to look up. Rain began to fall and patter against the stone and grass as a haunting bell began to chime. What boggled my mind was the fact that rain was avoiding my body. It was like I was in a safe circle underneath an invisible umbrella so that the rain couldn't soak me in my dress. What the? Was his grandfather's doing? Why was it raining all of a sudden? The rain became heavy and I didn't dare to move from my spot, afraid of what would happen. I looked at his grave, confused and concerned. My eyes locked into ungraved stone. This wasn't a natural storm. Magic was at work here. My heart gave a quick squeeze in reply to my conclusion, but the word magic reverberated in my mind. Magic. I looked down and lifted my hands to scan over my gloved palms. My fingers began to tingle, almost as if that single word had unlocked something. Magic. I gently pinched the edge of the glove in my hand with 2 fingers and slid it off, revealing my bare skin. Nothing had changed, but I could feel that something was different. I could faintly feel energy zipping through nerves under my skin, dancing in excitement at the word magic. I wonder. If I knew Diana had taken away my energy and my magic before she left, but what if I still had some left? I raised my hand to the sky and focused on the back of my hand. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had to see something. My mind quickly formed a word in my mind. I didn't know where it came from, but I let it fly from my lips as a soft whisper. Decino. As soon as the sound of that word rose in the air, the rain around me suddenly froze. As if time had stopped. The wind that was still slightly blowing, but the rain had stopped. I slowly lowered my hand and looked around. Did I really do this? Before I could move again, the raindrops and stormy clouds above began to fade away, returning to the sunny weather it had before. I looked around and noticed that the grass and the gravestones were all dry, as if the rain hadn't even fallen in the first place. That was...
I knew it! I knew it! That girl has demon magic.
Yep, and here we go. Into the demon world. Okay, I'm sorry guys. This is the literal 6th time I've done this. So I'm just going to go through this. So I fall into the demon world. There's other creatures. Diana's like,
my lady.
Oh my god, how are you doing here? And I'll just stay still. And I'm like, I don't know. I was about to be married.
Can you?
And then she offers to help send me back. And she's like, okay, sure. And she's being really nice, okay? And then her shadow turns into a portal and she goes. But then a demon lord comes in and we have to stop. And then so Diana is still hurt and she has to go and do things with her guard so she can regain energy. She says, succubus, remember. And then the rest of them let me
We'll get you
go stay in a room.
How about it was...
Yes, I go stay in a room. And here's the room. And I fall asleep and I wake up and Diana's like, you alright? And she's like, I'm gonna go get some stuff for the next ritual to try sending you home again in a different way.
We'll get
so I'm gonna explore now, and I'm gonna pick a different thing. This time I'll go left, right. Right. Okay, so I go over here, and the fairy girl is cosplaying herself.
I will rule the entire world,
Diana
and
is the
no
demon
one
lord.
can stop me because
In
I.
a switch to her different personality, the creature quickly jumped and floated over to her purple marker, striking an exaggeratedly sexy pose.
Oh no! I will stop you with my massive boobies and butt powers. I will rule this world, not you, and everyone will love me.
She fell completely off. I watched as the creature bounced back and forth between pretending to be the demon lord Diana, lost and intrigued as to how small and quick they were.
Your boobies cannot scare me, for I have a penis, and penises ward
This
off
is getting pretty
fear.
graphic.
You may have a penis, but I have an army that practically worships my overly curvy and ridiculously perfect body. Oh!
I stifled a laugh. This was actually rather amusing to watch, seeing the creature imitate the demon lord and their own leader.
Then come here, and I will show you the true power of a demon lord. Soldiers, attack!
I stared as the creature suddenly formed multiple little miniature soldiers on opposite sides of the table, using magic to make them clash and smack against each other as if an invisible child was playing with them. There were even some small squeaky stuffed animals and glass figures smacking and crashing together. It was a chaotic little show.
Oh no! We're being overrun! Do not hold back! We'll beat him! The pain! Why?
A lot going on
I
here.
see it! I see the light!
I couldn't stop the laughter from erupting from my stomach. I began to guffaw, amused by the little show I was witnessing. The creature, in surprise, poofed into a cloud of smoke before appearing and falling back over the side of the table in his regular size. Whoa, I'm sorry, are you okay?
Yep, I'm okay.
The creature managed to hop up and started floating again behind the table, giving me a thumbs up as if nothing was wrong. Their clothes were a bit disheveled, but they gave me a toothing grin.
Hiya!
Hi, sorry for disturbing your little game here.
Huh? Oh, my game! It's okay. I was just getting to the good part.
Good part? The creature nodded before leaning over the table and rearranging all of the figurines that still remained on it.
Yeah, when Diana kills the demon lord and takes over the world.
Oh! The way they put it made it seem like Diana was going to be an overlord. Was she really trying to take over the world?
Oh, you don't know what's happening, huh? Well, we're all fighting the demon lord, and by we, I mean me and Diana and the others. But anyway, we're fighting the demon lord because he's a tyrant and we don't like tyrants. So we're gonna kill him
It's a
and
pretty
take
good
over.
explanation. I can understand that. You're really going to kill him and take over?
Huh? Duh! The demon lord is completely crazy! He's burnt down so many villages and destroyed so many forests! He's only causing us harm! That's why we have to stop him!
The creature then put the purple marker next to the red marker, glaring at both.
We have to kill him before he hurts anyone else!
With a flick of their wrist, or I'll just say her, she used a purple marker and knocked the red one over violently, making it skid across the table towards the edge. Just from the look on their face, she already seemed peeved about the demon lord. I would be too. Hell, I already was. You will all win. The creature looked up at me before letting go of the marker and placing her hands behind her head with a grin.
You think so?
I nodded with a reassuring smile. She seemed confident enough to battle Demon Lord, and if it was for the best, then it had to be done. The creature nodded back to me before yawning.
So, you're gonna marry a demon?
Yeah,
huh?
I am. I stared at her a bit, unsure where the change in topic came from. The creature laughed a bit.
Don't tell me you
How could I
forgot.
forget Sam?
Well, you are heading home tonight. This is my only chance to ask why.
Why?
Yeah, why a demon? Why not another human? I mean, I'm not against demons and humans getting together or whatever, but I was just curious, you know? There are like billions of humans on your world. why a demon?
It took a moment to think about the demon in question whom I was marrying. His face made me smile, and the thought of being able to be with him again made my heart warm up in excitement. His presence remained in my heart, and I knew my answer. Because I love him.
You love?
Duh. She stared at me as if I had 3 heads. Was what I said wrong? No, it couldn't have been because it was true, yet the creature continued to stare at me oddly. What?
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's just
what
weird.
humans do, dude.
Love. It's just weird, okay? But if it works for you, that works, I guess. It's not like I'm the one getting married.
I stared at the creature, unsure what she meant. However, before I could question her, she yawned and stretched out.
Alright, I'm gonna steal some snacks. You should head back to your room or whatever so that Diana doesn't catch you snooping around. She doesn't like snooping. Or was it swooping?
The creature shrugged as I nodded. It would probably be for the best that I returned to my room. So I returned to my room. And someone gave me food. And it was like really weird looking. And I decided to eat it. But before I eat it, Diana comes in with bread and cheese.
I suggest not trying that. As good as it smells, the taste would not sit well.
Damn, Diana, you are such a nice person.
It's not much, but it's human food.
Nom, I eat it.
I can tell. Take a moment to finish eating. Then we'll head for the ritual.
I looked at Diana, suddenly excited. Everything was prepared for? Was it possible to go home now? As if she read my mind, she smiled and nodded.
We finished the main preparations. We just need to head over and we'll start.
I couldn't continue eating. My mind went to an obsessive frenzy of wanting to go home. I stood up, moving the plate and goblet to a near right table. Let's go.
Huh?
Hell
Are you
yeah,
sure?
dude, I need to get home to Sam. I was heading home. Diana led me down the corridors to the war room where I had originally arrived to reveal the table covered in plants and artifacts of different kinds. None of it made sense to me, but I only had to assume it was what was needed for the spell to work. Diana walked to the table and took note of what she saw, nodding.
This should work.
You're in doubt?
Have to be after the last time we tried sending her home. Do we have a human anchor?
No, you're on your own this time. But we'll make sure you survive casting it.
This spell should work, however, because we'll be using energy material. It will only require a slice of your energy on top of these items, which your guard can refill immediately after this.
Just make sure you don't die casting it.
Diana smiled at her guard before turning to me.
So, are you ready to return
Oh, am
home?
I? Diana nodded once more before turning her back to the table. She lifted her arms over the surface and lowered her head, muttering under her breath.
O tenebris portas, apriat nobis, largiatur exidium, desiderium.
As she spoke, the table began to glow, as did she. A dark purple aura began to surround her form as she lifted and arched her head back, staring at the ceiling. A glimpse at her eyes made me gasp. Warm golden orbs covered her blood-red irises, glowing with magic. She was deep within the spell, and I could see it slowly draw energy from her body. The items on the table began to gleam wildly, light orbs floating from them and dancing in the air above the table's surface. They began to weave back and forth with each other, almost as if the lights were dancing to a silent tune. The other demon stepped back as Diana moved her arms up and pointed to the dancing lights. Her finger pointed into the air, leading the lights to follow where it directed obediently. She drew a large circle in the air, and the lights followed like a perfect trail, spreading out and forming a large void in the air. As they stopped moving, they burst into a bright light, causing the demons and I to cover our eyes from it. Woo! It engulfed the room, but died down just as fast, revealing a small tear in the air. Diana quickly leaned forward and dug her hands into it before pulling the tear apart, revealing my bedroom. Diana continued to pull the tear open, giving enough space for me to jump through.
Hurry and go through! This is your chance!
Thanks, Diana. Bye. I was...
She will never leave this world
Can
alive!
you not, please? Okay, well, I guess it didn't work. I was so close.
Damn it!
That should have worked. How could it have failed?
We must have missed something. Was there anything we had forgotten?
No. I verified everything myself.
Well,
Then why was the Demon Lord able to overpower a gate spell?
I highly doubt you know either, brute.
Stop fighting! We need to make a plan and all of you are just being stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid,
Okay,
stupid!
she's a little annoying.
Are you alright, Isaiah?
I'm fine.
I'd always made it home. So close, but I kind of knew in the back of my head that wasn't gonna work.
The Demon Lord must have done something more than simply bring her here.
What could he have done?
Now, the Demon Lord is incapable of doing anything of the sort. His lackey imps must have done something to her.
A spell?
A curse.
A curse?
She will not leave the demon world alive. He must have placed some sort of curse on her to prevent her from leaving this plane. In order to leave, she'd have to die.
Oh. Well, I guess I've been hexed.
Are you suggesting a barrier curse?
That would explain the red energy that sealed the tear.
But dark magic like that requires...
Blood of 1,000 demons. He must have sacrificed part of his army to cast a curse on her that would prevent her
Man,
from
this
leaving.
guy is pretty
The
desperate.
Demon Lord is that desperate for her.
The only way to break that kind of curse is to kill the caster, the Demon Lord.
Well, guys, I guess I'm
himself.
part of the rebellion.
She's trapped here until this war is over.
My body began to shiver violently. The Demon Lord killed 1,000 demons just to trap me here. Why? I slammed my fist into the ground and began to scream. I want to go home! I could feel the sympathy and anger in the room, but I didn't care. I was beyond livid. I was far past broken. I was seeing red. Ah! As my voice ripped through the air, a bright light erupted through the room once again. Everyone covered their eyes, but Diana quickly scrambled to get on her knees and cover me with her body. She held me tightly as the light invaded the space and slowly began to fade. As the light finally died, everyone moved their hands to see what had happened. In the air was a white tear that was slowly opening, facing down towards the table. Something was coming. I could feel it in the air. The guard summoned his spear and pointed at the tear, glaring at it and gritting his teeth.
Something's coming!
In reply, Diana summoned what looked like a saber and placed it in front of us.
Ready yourselves! It could be the Demon Lord!
The other demons in the room readied themselves and stared at the tear, either holding a weapon or preparing a spell. I could feel the air change, becoming heavier as the tear began to grow. The energy around it began to pulsate, making everyone in the room that much more tense. I stared at the tear as well, frightened as to what was coming. Was it the Demon Lord? His minions? My mind began to cycle through fearful ideas of what was about to appear. My heart almost stopped. Falling from the tear and landing on the table were the 5 incubi brothers. They were piled on top of one another, having come through one at a time. However, as the last brother landed, the boys fell to one side, toppling off the table and landing on the floor. Move over, boys! Where's Sam?
What the hell?
Who are they?
Careful, they could be the Demon Lord's men.
No! They all looked dazed and a big shell shock from having fallen twice in rapid succession. I almost couldn't believe it. They were right in front of me. My mind couldn't help but remember how I met them. They had all been on the floor of my mansion, unconscious and unwounded. Now they're in front of me in the demon world. I know them. Whoop! And up they go. And then I see Sam. They came to rescue me. He came to rescue me. My heart became overjoyed and full of warmth and happiness. I was going to go home. The question was how. As the sight of the boys kept the demon's attention, a second tear opened above them, causing everyone to look up. 4 women dropped down from the tear and somehow vanished to fall into the arms of the incubi behind Sam. Who the hell? Oh, it's Damien, whoever... Twyla?
Whoa! Are you okay?
Oh. Oh!
I gotcha!
Wait,
It's
do
okay!
the rest of them have girlfriends?
Love,
Oh my
I've got
god,
you.
they do!
Whoa,
I don't like any
Are
of
you
them. They need to
alright?
get out of here. Apparently, they also have wives. His gaze pinned itself to Diana, who still stood protectively in front of me, and his eyes instantly became painted over an almost harsh gold color.
you're fucking dead.
Oh, shit. Within a blink, Sam and Diana vanished and reappeared against the wall behind me. As I turned to see what was happening, I gasped at the sight. Sam was pinning Diana to the stone wall, crushing her neck and holding her high enough that her feet were dangling above the floor. Oh, what a man. Okay.
I warned you, bitch. I will tear you to
Whoa, honey,
shreds.
calm down. Before I could move, however, the guard jabbed the blunt end of his spear into one of Sam's knees, causing him to release Diana and buckle.
You mangy dog.
The guard quickly twirled the spear around, thrust it forward to skewer Sam, but missed as Sam fell back and laid himself across the ground, glaring up at his attacker. Filled with an almost terrifying rage, the guard stepped forward and went for another stab at Sam. Fortunately, Sam pushed the weapon away from him and directed it to his side, causing the blade to clang against the ground. The guard quickly pulled back and thrust his spear forward again, but hit the floor again as Sam turned his body to the side. However, the guard wouldn't let Sam get up as he quickly continued to pull back and thrust his spear forward at Sam over and over, practically trapping him against the ground. I wanted to step in, but was too afraid of the blinding speed at which the guard was jabbing his spear at Sam. I didn't want to provoke him to stab me in a blind adrenaline rush. I turned to Diana, seeing her coughing and holding her neck while gasping for air. Her hand was glowing a soft purple tint as if she was healing her neck from Sam's attack. Everyone else, however, I backed up away from the fighting pair, not wanting to become collateral damage from either of their attacks. As Sam sat up, the guard retaliated with lightning-fast response and kicked Sam back down, slamming the bottom of his foot into Sam's face to do so. However, before the guard could slam his spear down the target, Sam rolled out of the way and got up on his hands in a spinning handstand. I'd never seen him fight like this, even with Malix, but Sam was still undoubtedly trained in combat even when he didn't have the upper hand. Sam flipped onto his feet and faced off against the guard in a martial arts defense stance before a sudden barrage of spear thrusts forced Sam to duck, lean, and dodge away from the guard. Unrelenting, the guard thrust his spear as fast as the machine guns shot towards Sam, no longer looking to aim precisely but hoping to land at least once. At one particularly hard thrust, the guard leaned his body into the attack, but only managed to miss Sam by mere centimeters as he tilted to his side and let the spear cross over his chest without making contact. I looked at Diana, hoping she would call off her guard, but she continued to stare at the floor, recuperating from Sam's attack. Stop Sam. Duh. I stepped forward, not entirely getting between the two fighters, but shouted to get both of their attentions. Stop it! Sam looked at me, suddenly obeying my voice as it rang out through the room. The guard, however, leaned back for a second attack, uncaring of my command. Before the guard could follow through with his attack, a large snap echoed over through the air, forcing everyone in the room, including me and Sam, to look over and see Diana glaring at her guard.
Enough!
Diana slowly straightened and pointed at the space beside her, ushering the guard to quickly run over to where she indicated and turned back to face the rest of us. Sam looked at me with eyes full of bloodlust, begging me silently to continue the fight. I glared back, trying to break through his rage and gain to calm down. He relented and gritted his teeth before nodding and looking over to Diana and her guard.
I'll forgive you for now, brute.
Forgive me? What makes you think that the one who needs forgiving is me?
Alright guys, I'm gonna stop it here. So, I'm getting really excited because now it's back into the individual boys parts and we get to see Sam fight for me. But if you like this, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any suggestions for games, leave them below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.